What's going on, guys? Captain Rick. We're standing here next to our Smokercraft Phantom. Right over there is our Tierra, and our Tierra wasn't feeling great. So we decided to take the Smokercraft over to Toronto and fish one of the larger tournaments on Lake Ontario for salmon. Um, I think we got some carb issues on the Tierra. Tough finding somebody to come down and work on them, but we're fortunate to have another boat here. So me, my brother, and Captain Rob Westcott from Legacy Sport Fishing, we hopped in this boat. We towed it around to Toronto, and we fished 2 days out of this boat. It is the first time this boat has ever salmon fished. It was the first time Rob and Craig fished in this boat, so there was a lot of learning going on. Fortunately, we've got this boat rigged to the T, Smart Troll, Fish Hawk, Humminbirds. We even have Mega Life 2 over there on a pole system, our Cannon downriggers, our Optimums. Everything worked flawlessly this weekend. It was kind of cool. We were able to run around and check a lot of water, or I should say eliminate a lot of water over the weekend, or over practice. And we shot out to the middle of the lake, found some cohos, and then we ended up taking second place in Friday's pre-fish tournament. We had a 22 pounder and a 20 pounder, had 42 pounds and change, took second place. That paid $1,000, which we just rolled into our Calcutta for the weekend. Today, we said, there was a lot of people that struggled yesterday. So I think five fish are gonna be important. We knew with our coho program that we've kind of dialed in this year that we could go offshore, and it shouldn't take us more than 15 to 30 minutes to put 5 cohos in the box. So first thing this morning, we blasted right off. This thing is loaded down with a lot of weight. 3 big dudes in it, full tank of fuel, all the fishing gear that we piled inside here a couple days ago. Wide open throttle, 37, 38 miles an hour. We cruised about 35 miles an hour for about 16, 18 miles till we got offshore. Threw our coho spread in the water. 6 rods is all we could run, and it did not take long. We had doubles and triples, and we just started putting a hurting on the cohos. Got our cohos within about 20, 25 minutes. I think we boxed 5 and lost 3 others. So it was pretty fast and furious, especially once we got the rods in the water. We kind of knew it was going to be like that after going out there and practicing. So pulled rods and then beelined back into shallower water. So in talking with a few guys yesterday, we got our fish later in the day. We didn't have a decent salmon in the box until about noon on practice. And then a few other guys said, we picked our fish up in the last few hours of the day. So we said, okay, so there's certainly an afternoon bite. So our morning was not great. We were around fish, we were around screens. So we just said, screw it, we're gonna beeline all the way offshore, get our cohos, make sure we got our 5 fish, and then we are in upgrade mode first thing in the morning. So that's what we did. Got our cohos, came back in, and then we just, we fished. We went 3 for 5 on salmon. Landed 2 nice ones, a decent one. The other 2 we lost. Who knows? One hit a deep rigger, one hit a diver out 250. They certainly could have made a huge difference for us if we land those. But 3 for 5 on salmon. And then out of 32 teams, I bet you only 15 teams weighed in. I think we finished about 10th out of 32. The cohos didn't help us. In hindsight, we should have just said, you know what? We're going to sit inside and we're going to grind out 5 salmon. And I think we probably would have been better off. And that's what tournament fishing is all about, is decision making. When you go out fishing for fun, it's all about decision making. So we made the decision to run offshore, get our fish, and then worry about upgrading throughout the day. That kind of bit us in the butt. But we had a lot of fun doing it, and it was certainly an experience fishing in the Smokercraft, which I gotta say, I would do it again. But if the tiara was in the water and we were over there fishing it, we're probably not making an 18-mile run offshore to go catch cohos. We're probably grinding it out inside, so who knows what the outcome would be. But when you have the ability to move around, you do so. The other great thing is that boat, that tiara over there, cost us about $1,800 in gas to go fish that tournament. We burned 10 whopping gallons of gas with about 60 miles on this engine on Friday in practice. Today, we ran it a little bit harder. Some guesses maybe we burned 14 or 15 gallons, but very fuel efficient tournament for us. So that's our report for the King of Kings tournament over in Toronto. I think we finished about 10th place, but congrats to the winners. Thank you, Vito, for running the tournament. And thank you for helping me out when I called you and told you I was bringing the Smokercraft. This way I don't have to worry about the trailer or anything else. So that is our recap of the King of Kings tournament in Toronto. Fishing's tough over there as well. It seems like fishing's tough everywhere. It's going to be potentially a long summer on Lake Ontario unless something turns around, but there is certainly a coho bite out there if you guys can figure it out. It's going to take a little extra gas to get out there and get after them, but there are some really nice cohos out there and the action can be absolutely amazing. So I want to say thanks for watching, guys, and we start our charters up again next weekend. We haven't chartered since May, so we got a list of guys that are fishing with us over the next few months. Looking forward to that. Pretty much our tournament season's over with until we get to Labor Day. We've got one more tournament that we have here at Oak Orchard. It's the Big Boys tournament on Labor Day weekend. After that, just charters, but man, the summer's starting to fly by. We're already halfway through June here. Couple more months and season's over with. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back next week with some fishing reports. Hopefully this lake turns around, the salmon show up, and we start slaughtering some nice fish, because there is some nice fish out there. Somebody weighed a 29.5 pounder today over in Toronto. I saw a 25 weighed, so there are some big fish when you can get around them. All right, guys, that's enough for me. I'm done rambling. Take it easy.